Buyer beware. When it comes to financial planning, most investments come with some sort of risk, but there's one financial product in particular that has the potential to be especially dangerous.
It does. Today, Omaha's retirement strategist Bryant is here with more on that. Daryl, one of the area's leading financial advisors, and he hosts a weekly retirement radio show on Omaha that airs Saturday mornings on 1110 KFAB, and he also helps folks in Omaha make the financial transition into retirement. Daryl, good morning. How are you?
Doing
Welcome
great.
back.
Fantastic.
Today we are talking about the dangers and I guess the pitfalls really of variable annuities. Can you let's back up and explain what those are for people that may not know?
Okay, well, there are a lot of types of annuities to begin with. There's fixed index, or there's fixed, there's index, there's variables, there's what are called SPIAs. There's all types of annuities. Nothing inherently wrong with the annuity concept. Let's get that out there because there is some information on the internet that would dissuade you from ever entertaining an annuity. I personally don't like using a variable annuity, and so all a variable annuity is it's a bunch of mutual funds in a product that is issued by an insurance company. Annuities, and let me back up a minute. Annuities are a risk transfer vehicle. So you're trying to transfer risk to an insurance company in return for something, okay? In return for guaranteed principal, in return for guaranteed return of your bucks, okay? In return for guaranteed income streams.
For that guarantee, is it come at a higher cost or a lower rate? Comes
at a cost. And so that's a great question. So here's the problem with the variable annuity. When you load up a variable annuity with guaranteed this or guaranteed that, and usually it's guaranteed this, that, and the other thing is typically what you see when people bring in their variable annuities. The national average expense for that annuity is 3.61%, 3.61% per year.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Per year. So that's $3,600 per 100,000. I've seen them as high as 5.2%. The internal fees on the product itself, well, that's getting ridiculously expensive.
High, yeah.
So let's just say it's 4%. So let me ask you something. You go into an advisor's office. He says, I think you had to throw $400,000 in this variable annuity. Had he told you that it was going to cost you $16,000 per year to manage that,
adds up, doesn't it?
Would that have given you a little bit of a pause?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's very difficult to make money if you're fighting against a 3 or 4% internal charge. How are you going to make money if the S&P is only averaged 7-ish or even 7.5 over the past 40 years, and you're fighting against a 3.6 load? So they're just so the question is, so here's the thing. When you purchase a variable annuity, it was probably proposed to you like this. If this market thing doesn't work out, then listen, you got a guarantee in your back pocket of income, okay, guaranteed income stream or something like that, which is a good thing for the retiree. So all that's good. So think logically. If the reason for you purchasing that variable annuity was so that you could enjoy guaranteed lifetime income, then wouldn't the next logical question be, which company has the best feature like that that will provide guaranteed lifetime income and the highest amount at the lowest expense? So that changes the whole shopping experience, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
And then as an independent advisor, what we do is we just look for exactly that. Where do we get the highest value for the lowest expense? Of course. And so the variable annuity generally does not bubble up to be the go-to. Now, in fairness, okay, now I have a certification in annuities. I have a certification in mutual funds, index funds, et cetera, through the Institute of Business and Finance. I don't have anything against annuities. I don't have anything against mutual funds, index funds, et cetera. I have certifications in them. So I love them all. And there's nothing inherently wrong with any product, but there's nothing perfect about any product either. And in my opinion, the variable annuity tries to do too much. You have to pay a lot for every one of those components. And so since it's trying to do so much, it's just an expensive product to own. So we will do an x-ray on these variable annuities very regularly. In fact, we've developed a form that I'll show this morning what we do when people come in the office. So a lot of people will come in, you'll have a variable annuity. Am I going to do this right?
You got it.
Let's see if I get this right here. So here is a it's called an ACF form. Can we see that at all?
Yeah.
This is just a form that we developed in our office. It has well, let's see if we can see this. It's a super simple form, but what we'll do when somebody has a variable annuity, they'll come and say, I don't know what this thing is. You know, I've never really understood it. I'll describe to them exactly what they own, and then I'll say, listen, let's just call the company directly, not your representative, but let's call, you know, whether it's Met or Prue or Jackson or, you know, whomever issued the variable annuity, and let's just ask these questions There's about 14 questions on there.
Example, what's one question?
Well, what are the expenses? What are the internal charges? What does the income rider look like? Is it a GMIB, a GWB? It's alphabet
And then you
soup.
match all those up and you compare them.
Yeah, and then we just say, okay, well, we call it an ACF form in my office. As you can see, we developed it here, right here, and so. But when you're on speakerphone with these entities, with the home office of that, there you go, of that entity, you're just talking to a company representative. They're going to tell you exactly the answers to every question, and then you're going to hear all those answers on the speakerphone, and then I can explain what each of those responses mean. And usually when people find out, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me, I'm paying how much? $16,000, $20,000 a year?
They may not even realize it, right?
You almost never realize it. So it's easy to spot a variable annuity. Why? Because just go to your drawer, go to your envelope, pull it out. In the top 1/3, it'll say variable annuity. It could be a variable annuity IRA. It could be regular old money in a variable annuity. It could be a joint account, etc. But it'll say variable annuity right on the statement.
Yeah.
Well, if you think that you might have purchased a variable annuity in the past and aren't sure if you need it or really want it anymore, or if you just have general questions about any of your investments, give Daryl's office a call.
Yeah, I think a lot of people may not know everything there is to know about these variable annuities.
Let me throw this out as a disclaimer too. Just because you own one, just because it could be very expensive, it could have cost you tons of money over the years, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily, you may have some intrinsic value now that you've paid. Doesn't mean it's wrong, but the X-ray and the comparison is vital. Do the math, get it right. It's not that hard, and we'll do it for you with them on the phone.
And you provide the X-ray, and it's free of charge today for the first 10 callers.
We do them all day long.
Grab your phone. All you got to do is call 402-932-2141, and we'll post that information on our website as well, so people can give them a call.
Excellent.
The first 10 callers. Daryl, thanks for your time today.